Hello, welcome to our channel. We appreciate each and every one of you. It's the 17th of August. Welcome to William Mount 2, which is actually William Mount 4. YouTube just pulled two channels because they're mean. So the FBI runs YouTube, and the majority of FBI agents are terrorists. But there's a contingency in there that's still alive and not so much terrorists. Anyway, we're going to talk about the trip from HE double hockey sticks. First of all, this is brought to you by Collagen, and the best endorsement I can say is I have it in my well, I don't know what this is. I made a mix of bitter wormwood and diatomaceous earth and stinging nettle for allergies, and then I put my collagen in, and so I have to mix it up and drink it. And anyway, welcome to our channel, the trip from HE double hockey sticks. We had a friend who was going on a bus ride from Tacoma, Washington to Bellingham, Washington. Not a big thing, right? You get on the bus. But I was a kid. We had Greyhound. You get on the Greyhound bus. They have a toilet. It's very clean. Nobody pees on the seats. And you have to pay. Any trouble, they dial Channel 9 to the police. Hello, help. We didn't have cell phones back then. And so the bus would leave. And it'd go to the bus stop, to the bus stop, to the bus stop. But apparently up here in the communist state of Washington, all hail the communists. This is the communist hail, right? This is a Mao Zedong hail. This is the communist. Yay, commie, I'm a pig. Anyway, so she decided to get on the bus, and Jane, you dropped her off?
Well, for one thing, they don't have little waiting rooms or bus stop areas. They just drop you off at a corner, just God only knows where. Just dump you. And then we went down to the main Greyhound station,
which is supposed to be the train station, which is a mile away.
But it's the Greyhound station, and they don't even have an area for check-in or waiting or anything. You have to stand outside in the weather.
So if you're going from I don't know, Seattle, Washington to New York City by bus, you're screwed. Period. So she gets on the bus at what time, Jane?
Well, I got up at 8 to take her there. Her bus left at 9:30.
So she left at 9:30. So she goes up to Seattle. She gets there at noon. So it takes 2.5 hours to go 30 miles. 2.5 hours to go 30 miles. This is public transportation now. This is what the government provides. All hail your government. They worship Lucifer. How did the government get in the transportation business? Stinking, rotten, filthy, dirty government. Anyway, so she gets on the bus. Takes her 2.5 hours. She gets there to Wajimaya, which apparently people love the grocery store. She gets there, people pooping on the sidewalk, peeing on the sidewalk. She walks into Wajimaya, sits down, and somebody sits next to her and pukes. So she walks in, Jane, to an unair conditioned building with 15 booths.
It's like a carousel where this big open room, and there's booths, like 16, 18 different food booths, like a food court. All right. And then there's, places to sit in the middle, and the food courts, and they're all cooking Asian, all type of Asian. And then on the other side was a little grocery store where there was all sorts of gross things hanging from hooks. Gross things hanging. Don't say it.
I won't say it. I won't say it.
Don't stop it.
I won't even hint at it.
Octopus and all this gross stuff hanging from hooks. Just hanging there.
Just hanging in 100-degree weather.
Yeah, it was 100-degree. No air conditioning.
No health department.
No
100-degree octopus hanging from the ceiling at 100 degrees. Doesn't that sound a little funny? She's used to hot food.
It's third world country.
So we have a third world. Would you? Well, I like the grocery store down here, but up there, I don't know. I've never been there.
It's not. It was a food court, and then there was like a little market on the other side of the partition. It's different than it's an Asian concept.
And she's used to hot food, but what did she say it smelled like?
She said, "I'll never eat Asian food again."
What did she say it smelled like?
It smelled like urine.
So she had to wait there for
no air conditioning.
With octopus hanging in 100-degree weather. That can't be healthy. Ew. Anyway, so she's there, and the bus said, I'll be back in 2 hours. 3 hours later, the bus returns, right?
She had a 3-hour layover. A 3-hour layover, but the bus didn't leave for 4.5 hours because when the bus driver got there, she said, I told them down at Metro, or down at the base, she says, I'm not taking this bus out until the latrine gets fixed. It was backed up. Can you imagine if she didn't insist on being fixed? You'd have a backed up toilet all the way going up to Canada. Can you imagine the smell?
Didn't the bus driver say, I want this toilet fixed because I don't want to drive to I don't want to drive to Bellingham with a broken toilet?
Yes, that's what she said. So there was another delay.
So she left at 9:30, right? And she got there at 6, right?
6:45.
Oh, you're kidding. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1,
she
2,
had
3,
PTSD
4, 5,
after
6.
the whole thing.
So it took
that was
her
terrible.
It took her 9 hours and 15 minutes to go 120 miles. That's like 14 miles an hour. We never had that trouble when we had Greyhound. Never. Then they put in BART. Oh my God, what a disaster that was. The crime, every BART station, within a mile of the BART station, crime exploded. Because all the criminals got on BART. They hopped over the gate. They got on BART for free. There wasn't any police on BART. And they started robbing the homes within a mile of the BART station. Everybody thought it'd be great. They got great security. They pulled first thing they did was pull their security. They lied. Now BART looks like something out of a third world nation, or BART is so filthy. It looks like they had to weigh it down because they used old Westinghouse computers, so they had to put iron weights on it. It used to be really smooth. Then they had to put iron weights on. Now it sounds like a regular train. So because they used computer parts, because they pulled security, BART has become a filthy, dirty, slimy,
And not safe.
You have to go armed, but Bay Area Rapid Transit won't allow you to carry a gun, but you're not safe on BART. So many of these government-funded corporations, because it was government-funded, it took 25 to 30 years to build the BART. We thought it was a life. People started working on BART and they retired working on BART.
Yeah.
That's how long it took. Now we've got something coming out of here in Seattle. It's $1.5 billion a mile. $1.5 billion a mile. Tell me there's not a lot of grafting in that. It's going to take 30 years to build 50 miles of railroad track. 50 miles. God, Jane, we've just gone insane here. Actually, they're building 90 miles at two, and now they claim it's going to cost $250 billion to build 90 miles, which is now about $3 billion a mile. That was their latest cost estimate. $3 billion a mile. And she's on a bus that's a public transportation, and she has a 3-hour layover wait in a place with fish hanging from the ceiling at 100 degrees.
It was gross. She'll never be the same. Oh my God.
Last time I took a bus was when I went to the VA hospital in Seattle. Took the 39, I parked in the park and ride, took the 39 bus down to the Federal Building, gave the DAV a bunch of chocolates, which I love to do. Went back to the VA hospital. A security guard stopped me and said, "Why has your car been here so long?" Well, I said, first of all, I had an appointment. Second of all, this is a park and ride. So I took the 39 bus downtown. Why are you asking me? He says, "You can't park here." I said, "What does park and ride mean to you?" Because the VA security guard was that stupid.
Well, what did he say?
You can't park in a park and ride to ride the bus. I said, "Why can't I park in? Let's go get your boss." To which Casey got really indignant. I said, "I don't care how indignant you become." I said, "I hate this hospital. I'm only here to give the DAV chocolate. I won't drive in downtown." Well, no wonder. After what she went through, the bus stop with people puking and peeing and
It was terrible.
pooping on the sidewalk in front of a frickin' food stand. The hell is wrong with you people in Seattle? Don't use public transportation.
Yeah, well.
And now they got
Now we know.
15-minute cities in Hawaii. They can kiss my royal arse. Anyway, now you know what taking public transportation in a libtard state is all about. It's all about destruction. There's no reason those buses can't be cleaned. There's no reason the toilets should clog up. There's no reason they can't get someone off the bus who's peeing on the seat. I've seen it. That's why I sit up front next to the bus driver. because he doesn't want to put up with the pee. So if you sit up front, you don't get the pee seat. You sit 4 or 5 seats back, you sit down, you're sitting in somebody's urine. Bus driver used to live behind me. They had a contest in Seattle. How long can someone last on a bus? One guy lasted 8 hours sleeping. He just got on the bus and went to sleep. What's happening to our public transportation is disgusting.
It's not just that, it's our whole society.
The government needs to get out of public transportation. The Department of Transportation is simply to give the states the money to repair the freeways. And they're not doing that. They're sucking up more money, more money, more money, affirmative action, affirmative action, affirmative action, till there's no money left to repair I-90. We're down to the rebar in I-90. The government has become disgustingly oversized. Not one president has line itemed out anything. Not one. But we are going to come toppling down as on the 24th we come up with a new gold-backed currency for the world. For the first time, the United UAE, United Arab Emirates, are trading oil for rupees. Gold-backed rupees in India. God bless. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow.